The rundown. We are at the Bud Light House. We've been at Bud Light House all week. It's post Super Bowl. It is brought to you by SeatGeek. They sent us the game clearly. Cold rundown. Football is over. You can still get tickets to basketball, concerts, theater at SeatGeek. $10 with the promo code rundown on your first ticket purchase. Promo code rundown. So we made the bet. Obviously, so the game. Smitty is sitting. For a champion, he's sitting in the most disgusting role. Right? It is beyond disgusting. To the point he didn't want to get in it. So it's a weird winner bet. I mean, you can't see the bottom of the pool.
Okay, first of all.
Over here last night, I don't know what was going on. I would not pay, like, my worst enemy to get in this pool. But Smitty is in the whirlpool.
First of all, you call me.
Fungus-ridden winning Super Bowl. So congratulations. I'll give you your champagne in this whirlpool that's not on in just disgusting still water.
You call me filth. I'll bathe in filth. It doesn't matter. We're world champions. You're a Cabana boy. Pour me my drink. Cabana boy Portnoy.
Oh man. This is like a run. You guys just should do the rundown between the two of you. We'll just watch.
What a difference.
We get like a preview for the rundown.
What a difference a year makes.
Dave.
Look at Dave. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes you're in the hot tub. Sometimes you're pouring the champagne out of the hot tub. Sometimes you're a winner. Sometimes you're a loser. You're a loser, Dave.
It's tough to be a winner all the time.
Dave, are you in shock? Like, where are you?
Just nailed it. We're a winner, 5-time Super Bowl champ, and we'll be back next year. And this is part of the deal. I'll say it really quickly. Congratulations to the Eagles. The Malcolm Butler thing was crazy. But I trusted Belichick and whatever. If he missed the plane, that's what they're saying. And he doesn't look for one game. He looks for the future. Hey, when you're in the big games every time, we're 5-3 now. I said it before the thing. I said I thought it would be a good game. It'd come down to a bounce or two at the end. We didn't get the bounce. That strip sack. Eagle fans tore their city apart, and that's all I really have to say.
Or you can just give credit to the Eagles for being the better team and playing the better game, because that's exactly what happened. There's really no way you can deny that.
I mean, it came down to one play.
It came down to one play in which the better team who played the better game won.
Well,
really, it's nothing more.
I mean, Nick Foles was incredible. That
pass to Corey Clement where he threaded the needle in the end zone.
Dude, it wasn't just that one. I mean, he was throwing dimes all over the field.
He was throwing dimes all over. Doug Peterson did everything you need to do to win a Super Bowl when you're playing against the Patriots. He was aggressive in all the right spots. And, I know the story, the story today is just what happened to Malcolm Butler. So, Dave, I don't know if you have any inside sources, but, that is a baffling thing. What?
I don't know.
I thought the team playing.
Sounds like dysfunction in the clubhouse.
He missed curfew and then came back with a read or something. Looked out on the cover.
Doesn't sound like a good team there.
So Hank just said it. Pro Football Talk reported he missed curfew, came back with weed, flipped out on the coaches.
Got it.
What was it again?
He missed curfew.
Legitimately cost the team.
Listen, whatever the infraction was, at some point when you realize that you're getting outgunned and you could put a better player on the field, you make the change.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Belichick did that to himself. I mean, at some point, it was his punishment to give out. It was also his punishment to take away and basically be like, we can win the Super Bowl or not.
They'll do champagne, boys. We'll just talk about the game.
Deal.
The game when it actually comes down to it, it was the third down play by the Eagles. The Eagles just didn't get stopped on third down. What do I got? Oh shoot, the Eagles. This is a dysfunctional rundown. The Eagles just didn't get stopped on third down, and they converted 2 fourth downs, and that was the difference in the game. I know the turnover was big, but not being able to get off, it's a cliche, but not being able to get off the field on third down is what did the Patriots defense.
And I don't know whether it was like a
Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. What an asshole. What an asshole.
Whether it was
what a sore loser.
He's such a dick. You are such a sore. I'm surprised he hasn't poured it on him yet.
There you go.
I don't know whether it's Belichick being too stubborn and sticking to his team rules, or being stubborn I can figure this out without Malcolm Butler. But his pride and his ego cost him that football game.
Yeah.
Fact.
Can I say this though? I agree with what I am one of the guys in Belichick I trust, and now everyone's saying questioning him and all this. I stick with whatever he thinks is right because here's the thing. Sorry, Hank was just pouring beer jar. Let's say he did the infraction. If you change that, and you're like, even though if you break this rule, you're suspended, that does affect the future. And this guy always thinks like, all right, well, we put in Butler in this situation. I know what you're saying, Kevin, but once you break what your rule is, what Belichick's rule is, you can never get that back. So I don't know exactly what happened, but I won't be like, oh, that's the wrong one. I know, obviously, they'd probably win the game if you play it because they couldn't stop shit. But if a rule is a rule and this is what you do, people are going to know for the next 10 years, if he's here another 10 years, you can't break that rule.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you said it was a curfew issue. To me, that's not worth losing a Super Bowl over.
Right.
That's not worth sticking to your guns on.
And what you're saying makes sense, Dave, but you would think at like halftime,
Yeah.
they just are like, okay, he fucked up, and we properly punished him. He's going to be a free agent, and he won't re-sign with the Patriots. Make the adjustment, put him in the game, cover Nelson Aguilar,
1,000%.
tackle someone, and it just didn't happen. But the thing is, I don't even, like, the Malcolm Butler is obviously a big storyline, but that would still be taking away from the Eagles. The Eagles played a great game. And Nick Foles was fantastic, and Doug Peterson was fantastic. And their defense got shredded, but they made the one play that they needed to make.
Exactly. And this hairdo fuck is blaming Malcolm Butler. Malcolm Butler isn't fucking Deion Sanders in his prime. He's Malcolm Butler. I called you a hairdo fuck. He's not Deion Sanders in his prime.
Wait, what'd he call you? What'd you call him?
He doesn't play. Maybe it makes a difference. Maybe it doesn't. Eagles played a better game overall. Tom Brady still threw for 505 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, and a fucking sack, and you still didn't win. Eagles are the only team in NFL history, regular season or playoffs, to let up 600 fucking yards and come out with a win. You lost, plain and simple. Go blow Malcolm Butler somewhere else. It doesn't matter. Doug Peterson, the Eagles, Big Dick Nick, they all came to fucking play.
Wait, what did he call you, Dave?
Hairdo fuck.
Say it again, Smitty. We can't hear Dave.
He's a hairdo fuck.
Hairdo or hair Jew?
No, hairdo. Hairdo. I'm not familiar with that other term.
Hair Jew fuck.
Oh, hairdo. Do. Hard D.
D. Hairdo fuck.
Okay.
Hairdo
Yes.
fuck. I don't understand that.
That's
I get what you're saying. Like, yes, on some level, of course, the Eagles played an amazing game. That fourth down call was ballsy and as well as like just spectacularly executed. But when there is a glaring issue with the team's defense and you have a cocky egomaniac coach who doesn't put the best defense on the field, that's going to end up being the storyline, Smitty.
This is where a cocky egomaniac coach, I hate when people say that. He does what he does is to try to win games.
Well, not yesterday. Not yesterday.
But no, it's not only today. The decisions he makes are based on continuing this dynasty, which the Eagles are great. Congratulations. They played a great game, and you can't ever make excuses, the Patriots, when you can't stop anybody. Nobody could really stop anybody. They made the one play fine. I said I thought the Eagles were good. I'm not like...
They're not good. They were better.
Yeah, they were better.
Thank you.
I mean,
They're a better team. They're a dynasty. They're a dynasty in waiting.
I know that like you got to keep up with like the.
They're a dynasty in waiting.
Smitty just declared the Eagles a dynasty.
I said they're a dynasty in waiting.
You said dynasty.
I said they're a dynasty in waiting.
Dynasty, then correctly.
Okay. Semantic
Side
forming.
note, Smitty didn't even know the score of the game last night. We're sitting in there, he thinks the game's over. It's a fucking, he's like, him and Lewis are arguing back and forth. He's like, it's over, they need 2 scores. It's like, do some math one time. It's a fucking 8-point game.
I admit that was a blockhead moment. Like
You forgot that the 2-point conversion existed in
There's a lot of
football?
emotions going down. I didn't know what was going on. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Just to do basic math. That 2 minutes.
The other thing, Dave, is like like everyone talked about it beforehand. The Patriots starting slow in the Super Bowl, that bit him in the ass because like that missed field goal and the not getting the 4th down. Like the start of the game, they were moving the ball very well. And they only got 3 points.
Oh, that killed him.
Did they punt the entire game?
No,
I think
0
the Eagles
punts.
only punted once.
And guess who had
500 yards.
guess who had the prop over 8.5 punts? That would be me. There was one punt in the entire game.
Classic. That's wild.
Yeah, no, listen.
You know what's crazy? The Malcolm Butler shit aside, like to basically be in a shootout Super Bowl and lose. And
Nick Foles
for
beat
Tom
Tom
Brady,
Brady
yeah,
in a
for
shootout.
Nick Foles to be the guy who comes out on top in a shootout is wild.
Wild.
With the backup quarterback, a second-year head coach, pretty average talent across the board. There's no real like big-time superstars out there besides Carson Wentz, besides Fletcher Cox.
I don't know about that, Smitty. Your offensive and defensive line are pretty damn good, and Alshon Jeffrey is a legit number one.
Besides Fletcher Cox on the defensive line, yes, they're very, very good. They play very, very well as a unit. That offensive line individually, they had a good year solely because of the play calling. They put in best positions to make the plays all year. But individually, fucking Big V at left tackle, if you put him out there against like Bruce Smith every play, he's going to get manhandled. But because Doug Peterson is an offensive genius, and yes, I would like to apologize to him and Howie Roseman publicly at this time. I am hereby your servant from now until the end of time, because Doug Peterson is an offensive genius. He puts them in the best positions to make plays, offensive line, all the way through.
Hey, Smitty, do you want to apologize to me on behalf of Eagles fans for getting upset at me when I said that Nick Foles is that Carson Wentz is not as good as everyone thinks, but it's Doug Peterson in the coaching. Not that he's still not great, but I think Nick Foles, I don't think Carson Wentz wins that Super Bowl. As crazy as that sounds, Nick Foles played out of his mind. He was making passes that were unbelievable.
Nick Foles is a good quarterback. Like I said, that Corey Clement thread, that was a touchdown, was one of the best. That was a fucking touchdown. You're a loser.
I was waiting for it. I can't believe it took this long.
So, Dave.
That was like, he had possession.
Dave.
That's all that mattered. And it's one of the best passes in Super Bowl history.
I agree.
That should go down to the Claude Clash.
Dave, I agree with you that call, like in week 14, gets called not a touchdown. But I actually do think that the NFL was like, we cannot fuck up any like catches that are borderline because people will just complain. And that was what made sense. You guys missed it too. Chris Collinsworth, the Zach Ertz touchdown, the fact that they fucking reviewed that for 10 minutes was absolutely outrageous.
We didn't know what's going on.
So Chris Collinsworth was on TV saying that he did not survive the ground and it wasn't a touchdown for like 5 minutes straight. And then they're like, yeah, that's a touchdown. And he just moved on like nothing happened. We're like, dude, you're not even watching the game. Like, that was the dumbest replay I've ever seen.
That was crazy. We didn't know what they were reviewing, and then I figured it had to be that. But the touchdown that they kept, I saw it in the Jumbotron, but that looked like the clearest in the world we've been in. That didn't even look close to me.
But back to your Nick Foles point. Nick Foles is a very good quarterback. He played out of his mind yesterday. You were correct. I don't know if Carson Wentz plays to that level during that specific game, but Carson Wentz will be a better quarterback overall and will be the future of the Eagles. And my father, whose birthday was yesterday, it was destiny that they won, texted me after Carson Wentz went down against the Rams and said, imagine if the Eagles win the Super Bowl and traded Nick Foles away for a first-round pick. And I told him to go fuck himself, because that will never happen. And look where we are. That is a very realistic scenario that may happen, because Nick Foles is a starter in the NFL.
Yeah, I actually think you got to keep Nick Foles right now.
Because
Carson, you don't know how long a knee injury takes.
Around.
Do you think he'll stay?
Yeah.
Do you think he wants to stay?
No, but he's got one more year on his contract, and I think with Carson Wentz's knee injury, I don't think I think you wait till you know that Carson Wentz is 100% healthy before you trade him.
Obviously, you want Montana on the same roster if you can. I mean, no one's going to deny that. I don't want to bring Chase Daniel back and just fucking be a loser on the sidelines.
What did you think of Nick Foles catching touchdown passes while they just slip right through Brady's fingers? Oof. I mean, the thought that we have that visual of Brady just out of his reach while Nick Foles is catching touchdowns is beautiful.
That fourth down play.
I got 5 Super Bowl rings, you fucking
No, you know what? That's so fucking lame. That's so fucking lame. You're going to start to sound like a Yankee fan soon enough. Live in the fucking present, man.
25 years from now, you're going to be talking about those 5 rings just like you did. Talk about those 3 rings for 10 years. Imagine if you didn't get those other 2. You'd still be blowing those 3 fucking rings. You fucking hair.
Live in the present, man. Nobody cares about the other 5. Right now, you lost.
I know. Well, how long are you going to keep talking about? Can I talk about this Super Bowl to the end of time? Tomorrow, you're going to be like, shut the fuck up. I got 5 rings. Doesn't matter. Worry about tomorrow. I'm worried about next year right now. We're gonna repeat.
Smitty's making some good points, Dave. But to finish the discussion, Smitty, Carson Wentz is much better than Nick Foles. I'm just saying that if his knee's not 100%, you got to keep.
What'd you say, man?
I said to finish the discussion, Carson Wentz is much better than Nick Foles. I agree, but if his knee is not 100%, especially because he got injured late in the season, you might want to keep Nick Foles.
I agree to that. I agree to that. But a first-round pick is also a first-round pick.
Did you guys hear about Dickgate?
What?
Did you guys hear about?
Yeah. Did you hear about the one where Dave videotaped me in the shower and then put it out on Twitter?
Yeah. So what happened?
I didn't actually get a chance to see the video.
What happened? I was out of it.
Dave walked into the shower, asked Smitty, "Are you naked?" I'm like, "I'm in the shower." Walks in, opens the door. His little fucking YP minion fuck is in the background. I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?" He shows me a Tom Brady video. I'm like, "I'm in the shower." Exits and then puts the fucking video up on Twitter.
So was your dick shown?
Do we have an HR representative?
Dude, was your dick out?
No.
It doesn't matter. My dick was out. I was in the fucking shower.
It's kind of a weird, like.
I was in the shower.
It wasn't like.
Imagine if you did that to like Liz or Fred or Ray. I'd be World War fucking $1 million. I'm gonna play here.
It was not a video that
rights.
needed to barge into someone in the shower. Like you could have just showed him.
It was a
out of the
weird
shower.
move by Dave, but if
Yeah.
your dick wasn't shown, I don't know. I wouldn't have. Like it was a weird
Angry
move.
about taking a shower, jamming out the Dave Matthews Band by myself, expecting to have a little bit of fucking privacy for once, and he comes in my private space. I get a lot of shit done in the shower. That's my happy time.
Snowflake over here needs a safe space.
Oh man, ruin it.
You definitely don't think anything.
That legitimately was like a violation.
It absolutely was.
No, it was a violation. You can't just like walk in and film people in the shower and expect it to be okay.
Big Brother house.
It's not Big Brother house. I'm not signing up for fucking Big Brother house when I came to Barstool.
When you take this trip, you're on content. It was about the Eagles-Patriots game. You couldn't see.
So where does the content end? If I get stabbed with a beer bottle by you and you're just like laughing it up, oh, it's content. It's okay. Like, where's the line for content? I don't want to be videotaped in the shower. I don't understand why that's like wrong.
That's kind of a fair point.
Yeah, but it's a fair point by you, Smitty.
I know there are cameras around. I'm getting the fucking door open by your hairdo fuck with a camera.
Hairdo fuck.
To everything that we put in this environment. This company wants here.
We'll see what the handbook says.
You're never going to travel.
It's a fair point, but I honestly, Smitty, I think the answer is like, yeah, if you got stabbed, we'd videotape it.
We would watch you bleed out.
Yeah, we would watch you. We'd
bleed
get
out.
you close to bleeding out.
Speaking of the celebrations in Philly,
I'm going to post this video. We'll put the video in. We'll put the shower video in this, so we'll see how crazy he is.
Yeah.
Every single person here is like, Smitty is an insane person for being mad about that.
And then I'm gonna own a third of your house in Nantucket.
I would love to see Smitty take Dave to court.
Imagine Smitty trying to sue somebody. Like, what is that song we play? If I only had a brain, that would be going on like 2 weeks.
Content, just content.
Oh my God.
It's all about content.
What's the future here?
I mean, it works, not mine. It's about content.
Dave, what's the future here? Roan curse is intact. Smitty has one over you, which has got to kill you because you know he's an idiot, but he's got one.
the trash people of Philadelphia literally eating shit have one over you.
Which I actually think the eating shit move, that's just a championship move.
That is what Philly does. Like, hey, we just won a world championship. Let's sit in a dirty whirlpool and eat shit.
No, see, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. When the Cubs won, people were jumping in the Chicago River, and that's like more toxic than shit. So I'm okay with that. Everyone just has like a few days to lose their mind, then they regroup and come back to civilization.
To be honest, I wouldn't care about losing to Philly if we didn't have Philly people here. Like, I don't have anything against the Eagles.
Yeah. Has All Business Pete given you any smug smiles?
I mean,
All business Pete needs to be in the hot tub more than me right now.
yeah, for real. I mean,
That guy's a king.
The
only
quick
time I've
school
seen
scenes
him
performance.
a week was last night. He wouldn't shut off Sports Center. It would drive me crazy.
He wouldn't shut off Sports Center.
But that's Big Cat. That's a very good point. This Eagles team is probably one of the most rootable teams in recent sports history, along with like the Astros last year. You can't just like hate them. They're just a fucking good,
There's not much to
happy-go-lucky
dislike.
bunch
No,
of
there
idiots.
isn't. No.
It's just your trash bag fans.
Yeah.
They're spreading the good word. They're just a fucking great team.
And Alshon Jeffrey, like, I still don't understand how that happened.
Yeah, that's
how he said he's gonna win the Super Bowl while on the Bears and then gets traded to the Eagles and wins the Super Bowl. Like, that's some fucked up shit.
All right, anything else?
You got to
Dave,
do the
what,
second ad.
but you didn't answer the question, Dave. What's gonna happen now that like Roan's curse is intact and Smitty has this over you forever?
Nothing changes with me on that. I listen. He has a Super Bowl, beat the Patriots. It's a big deal. We have again. I know you guys are not like you're gonna try to play it off like it doesn't matter that we had 5. But it does. I wouldn't change lives with Smitty or any Eagle fan in a million years. Right now, right this second. Like if you're like you can win the game yesterday and be an Eagle fan or be a Patriot fan and have my legacy and what we have moving forward still, I wouldn't. I mean, nobody would make that trade. So I don't care about that. As far as the Roman curse, he's smart. He plays at a good time. So that's something that is going to live on until we win another championship.
Okay. I mean, the Roan curse is real.
We just put a curse on you, all right?
What do you mean you put a curse on
I
us?
just put a curse on you,
put
all
a
right?
curse on me
I
personally?
just put a curse on you personally.
Why?
And it's bad. It's
Why?
bad because you're trying to dance on our graves.
Because not only did
Declared it.
not only did the
was.
Patriots lose, but they lost to Roan's team. That is as curse. That's as real a curse as a curse gets.
The Roman curse is in effect. I can live with that.
How much money? How much money for Roan to lift the curse?
No. We'll live. We'll do it on our. I don't believe the curse is real, but I'm not going to fight people who say this because there's too much evidence.
And shout out to Ron and Caleb in the streets last night. If anybody hasn't seen that footage of them out there, go to it right now.
So was there just no thought at any point of lighting that cigar?
What'd you say?
I'm in training.
I asked if there was no thought at any point of lighting the victory cigar.
Lighting the victory cigar. I can taste the greatness.
Lighting the cigar. Smitty, are you going to the parade?
I don't know. It's been pushed back to Thursday. We'll see. We'll see in the names of content what's best for the company.
Got it.
All right.
All right. See you guys.
The rundown was brought to you by Movement Watches. Get your Movement Watches now. The promo code is it's mvmtwatches.com/rundown. You get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns. The watches start at just $95. They got all sorts of different styles, different bands, different colors. They range up to about $130. So these are watches. Oh, look at that disgusting water. The watches range from $95 to $130, but they look like $500, $600, $700 quality. So get yourself a Movement Watch, mvmtwatches.com/rundown for 15% off.
All right,
Live it up,
Smitty.
Smitty. Go
Congrats,
eat
brother.
some shit, you piece of trash.
Congrats.
We're on to 2.